Hello, it's Veronica and Naomi, and we're here to talk about why traditional art is so important, especially the rise of AI art. So, what we're showing today is some of our doll mommy's hand drawn sketches. These are sketches that she has drawn during various periods of time on her own, oftentimes from memory, but she doesn't trace her art at all. So, this is the first sketch she ever drew of me and my sister. It's in her own art style. It was done completely from memory. And yes, it's done on like one of those papers that is normally handed out at churches because there's enough space to draw it. But there it is. There is the sketch. And then there's another piece of her based on her Poptropica avatar, done in her art style, of course. She doesn't talk about Poptropica a lot, but it's a game she played as a kid. And she really likes how she did her fictional avatar in that game. So, yeah. There's an old sketch of like her Genshin team from before she got Raiden. It's honestly kind of a cute sketch. And she also got used to main Yaimiko and Fischl. So yeah. Fischl and Yaimiko were Adamami's original mains in Genshin from back before she ever got Raiden in the game. But this sketch was done from memory. And then whenever she was doing the painting of me and my sister, she was trying to figure out different high art style. So this was an attempt at that. But yeah, those are more sketches of me and my sister. There is a sketch of the Devious twins. And then there is the sketch that she posted on her Instagram and YouTube community tab and social medias that is basically a piece of fan art of myself and Raiden Shogun from Genshin Impact. And it took a lot of time to draw this. But yeah. Then going for more of the sketchbook, there's this piece, which is kind of about self-reflection and kind of whenever she was pondering how people really see the channel and see her kind of. So the meaning of this sketch is very simple. It basically represents our doll mommy looking in the mirror, but seeing Veronica. And Veronica in this picture represents the full identity of Veronica Storm 98 in the account. And this is another sketch of another fictional avatar that our doll mommy had before. It's based on her gacha life OC. But yeah, it's very detailed. Another sketch of the Devious twins, as our doll mom would imagine them in Rainbow World. So of course their designs are more princess-like and fantastical, almost like evil princesses. She also imagines Laurel having like a pet phoenix and Holly having a pet snow owl. There is a sketch of Gertrude from the I Hate Fairyland comic book series drawn in Norm High art style. This was a piece our doll mommy made for a friend. And of course, there's like little notes. But yeah, those are just some big examples of sketches that she has done. And why are we even talking about this? Why are we even showing any of this stuff? Well, because we've noticed that AI art is on the rise. Yeah, there are people using AI programs to create art and then posting it as their own. We're perfectly okay with it if someone is stating that it's AI art and they're using it for just an artistic concept rather than a finished product or a final piece. And we've also noticed this on Instagram. Yes, there are people taking their doll photography, putting it through ChatGPT, and creating AI art versions of their doll photography. And the thing that we see that's concerning about this, sometimes they will state that it's AI, other times they won't. And they'll treat it like, oh, it's just normal art. AI art is bad because do you know what is used to train that AI? Art from actual artists, and especially people who make digital art. We don't make a lot of digital art, but there are other people who do make digital art. And this is just concerning because these people work very hard on their art. And no artist likes art theft. So essentially, what this AI is doing is it is basically copying various people's art styles and generating it into computer-generated images. This just isn't right. This just isn't right. And we really want to talk about this, especially in the case of visual art. And we encourage you, if you want art of your characters, commission an actual human artist. Commission someone who is an established enough artist, someone who you know is going to do a good job of creating it, and trust the process. And one of the biggest differences between AI art and human art is that human art has emotion and passion and empathy put into it. A lot of times, a human artist cares for the subject matter they are depicting in their art. Normally, it's something that they're interested in, or it's something that they feel inspired to create art of. This allows for the art to turn out better because it basically encourages you to put more loving care into creating the piece, and perfecting it, and making it look amazing and as good as you can make it. AI art, on the other hand, is just soulless, emotionless, and it's a mere imitation of human art. It doesn't have any of the passion or the empathy or the emotion that human art has. And have you seen how much AI art messes up on the hands? There's so many times when we'll have too many fingers or too few fingers, or for example, if you request a piece of two characters hugging from something like ChatGPT or something, sometimes it makes it look like their arms are like interconnected and there's like no separation between their arms. And there's all sorts of weird anatomy details that it tends to mess up on. And even on YouTube, there's so many AI channels that is just sickening. There's so many channels that simply only post AI art, AI videos, and it's just these AI generated art pieces and AI generated videos are just, they're not good. They aren't very good. They often look low budget, low quality, or they look deceivingly high quality until you look at the fine details. Seriously, so many of these AI apps that generate these things will mess up on the fine details. And also, if you're shopping on Amazon, look out for AI children's books, because apparently that is a thing now as well. As we have learned from like some of our recommendations on YouTube. But seriously, if you ever come across any channels that rely solely on AI, on visual art that is made by AI, please think about the fact that in order for it to generate and create that AI, it basically stole from the art styles of many, many digital artists. And we want to make people aware of this ongoing problem in the art community. So goodbye, mysterious audience. I love you. Naomi loves you. And seriously, AI art could be used as a tool, but please do not try to pass it off as your own art or try to go and lie and say that it isn't AI. Because if you're posting AI art, it is pretty obvious that you are doing so. So please, if you post it, take the time to clarify that it is AI, or just don't post it claiming that it's your own art and that you yourself created it with your own artistic skills if you didn't.